Hey everybody, back once again to do a flight review of the Dynam Spitfire. This is available at nitroplanes.com, and I figured I'd do this kind of as a post-flight review. I tried to do some video of the Maiden flight, and for technical reasons it didn't come out, so I just thought I'd give you a rundown of what I found and stuff. I know several people had asked about center of gravity and stuff like that on this and how it performed on the motor setup that it comes with and stuff. So let's first start out with center of gravity. I had some real problems with center of gravity on this. I won't say real problems, they weren't too bad actually, but what this wanted to do is on the grass field it wanted to tip forward as soon as I started the motor to try to take off, and I gave full back elevator and just wasn't enough. It would just it would tip right into the ground, and the prop would bite in, and I thought I was going to break the prop, but the prop seems really sturdy on this. I did it probably 4 or 5 times pretty hard with nothing to show for it, so which is good. I thought I did break it at one point, but it actually didn't. So what I had to end up doing is I moved the battery pack back. I moved it back probably close to 2 inches. I had it shoved all the way in the compartment as far forward as it would go. So what I did is I actually moved it down in the under compartment where the ESC goes. So I kind of set it on top of the ESC and actually had it sticking out a little bit. Here, I'll put a picture up here for you so I can show you exactly how I had it positioned. And so that seemed to solve the takeoff issues, and I was able to get it airborne. It then felt a little bit tail heavy. It wasn't too bad. Had to adjust the trim on it and stuff. It did fly a little bit tail heavy, especially when coming in for landing. It wanted to nose up quite a bit, but at least I was able to get it off the ground. I did fly it probably, I put 2 packs through it, so probably about 5 takeoffs and landings. None of them were that great because I was taking off with a headwind, which was fine. So the takeoffs were okay, a little bit shaky on the first couple. The landings coming in with a tailwind on the short field, and basically had to fly it into the ground because it, you know, with this style of wingtip, this rounded wingtip, it really wants to tip stall. So had to come in with a lot of speed and stuff. So most every time it would nose over on landing. So now we'll talk about the flight characteristics. Seemed to handle really well. The elevators seem really responsive, over-responsive on the stock transmitter. So one change that I'm going to make that I haven't made yet is I'm going to change the position on the control horn on the servo. Where that is, put it to the, I believe it should be the innermost. I'll have to double check on this and I'll let you know. I believe it's innermost on the servo and outermost on the control horn on the surface. So I'll triple check that and let you know if that's right or not. And that should reduce the amount of throw. Now it doesn't look like much. It really doesn't. I thought I would need more than that, and it turned out to be really sensitive with what it had. Flight performance on the 3-cell battery pack, the stock pack that came with it, was decent, not exceptional. It flies nicely, don't get me wrong. It feels really nice in the air. It doesn't have the speed and the power that the Airfield P51 or BF109 do on the 4-cell pack. So after landing it, putting a couple flights on it, I thought I would try something out. So I brought it inside, hooked it up to my watt meter, and hooked up the 4-cell battery pack to it. I have a Skylipo, a 4-cell, 3,000 milliamp pack, and hooked that up and ran it up, and it showed just about 32 watts static, and this is a, or excuse me, 32 amps static. And this is a 30 amp speed controller that comes in this plane. So with unloading and stuff, it should come right down around 29, 30 amps, wide open in the air on a fresh pack. So it should be within the safe margin. And showed it was over 500 watts. I don't remember what exactly it showed, but it was over 500 watts. So I thought, well, I'd give it a shot. Took it off, and it becomes a different plane on a 4-cell pack. It's just loads of fun to fly. Lots more power. On the 3-cell pack, it had plenty enough power to do short pull straight ups, not a lot. You can do loops with it, rolls, the Spitfire really doesn't like to roll real well anyways, but especially if you use rudder on it, doing a snap roll, it just kind of, it's kind of different. I've noticed that on other Spitfires, and I think it has to do with the tapered wing design. The P40 tends to do that a lot too. So anyways, with the 3-cell pack, the performance was good. I still plan on flying it with the 3-cell pack. With the 4-cell pack, it's a ton of fun. Get much better speed out of it. It doesn't fly quite as scale as the 3-cell pack. So overall, terrific plane. The one problem that I had was the nose over. I had it on landing. Now that could have been due to tailwind, but also nose over on takeoff. So I'm going to examine the CG issues further. I'll let you know what I find, if anything. Another thing, stay tuned for another video that I'll have coming up, that I increased the rake on the landing gear so as to hopefully eliminate some of that nose over problem. So be watching for that. But all in all, the only things that I really can complain about is I'm not crazy about the paint job on this. It's kind of a flat paint that doesn't seem to stick real well to the foam. But and then the CG issue with the nose and over on the grass field. But those are really the only two things. Other than that, everything worked right out of the box. Flew bone stock with a bone stock transmitter and stuff. And you know, as most of the Dynam planes that I've found, I don't have any problems with them right out of the box. And it flew terrific. Just have to watch that CG and the amount of throw that you have on the elevator. So I'll get some video of it flying here. I promise that I will. And I can do a little bit more in depth when I'm actually flying and give you a handle of how it feels and stuff. So anyways, that's enough of me yakking for now. That gives a pretty good overview of how it flew. And be watching for the upcoming videos. I'm going to do a couple of videos probably this week, and one of them is going to be on the landing gear rake on this plane. So until next time, happy flying.